Hey folks, Elf Servant 5 here, bringing you another day of White Day. We're slowly getting to the end of the normal difficulty. I figured today we would try to finish up the ghost stories. If we can get them all today, that's great. If not, we will finish this tomorrow. The hope tomorrow is that Vampire, the new game from Dontnod, will come in. We can start that tomorrow, assuming I've finished White Day today. Let's go ahead and get started. Hopefully my computer will work for me. Can at least pull up the Excel file so we can start collecting collectibles. So we have gone to the point that she already chased us and we knocked her out using the alarm. I believe I saved on the 4th floor because we were going to start with the 4th floor and work our way down. The fortunate thing is, because we have already done everything except for putting the token in the door, the janitor should be away, at least in the new building. So we can at least get started here. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for the old buildings. My goodness, my laptop is being slow whenever I boot it up. Alright, just to make life a little bit easier, since we already dealt with this. Oh, that's funny, it didn't turn on the lights. There we go. Alright, so I know those pins mean something for here. It seemed like they were for the globe over there, but I think we only had 3 pins. Let's see. How many items do we have? It's been a while. Oh, that's right. A lot of these are on miscellaneous. Alright, we got the 2 eye lenses, which we know we need to use. I think we got 5 typewriter buttons. Because I think... Oh, nope, I only have 4. We have 4 pins, so we're missing 1 still. Alright, finally this is working. Okay. Now, I know we already got this one, because we know about the twin sisters, hence the mirror, but just to get it to have it, so I can consistently see that we're on top of things. If you recall, this is the dance studio where we learn about the twins that killed each other. Well, the one killed the other. I guess they did kill each other, because I think she killed her using glass slippers and she bled out. Okay, so there is a pin in there. Did I already get this one? At the 3rd computer. Yep, I did. I'm not seeing it. I must have gotten that one. Also, it meant 3rd from the right, but that would be weird to write that. Okay. I thought I got the pin in the room. Thought I saw a shadow over there. Not that I'm neurotic or anything, but since the janitor's not here... Oh, look, a pin! Alright, let's see if we can find this, the 5 places I got a pin on the globe. Wait, there's a yellow key in there, too. Go back. So a lot of those key mixings you can't even do until you come to the new building. That's kind of crazy. Ah! That's crazy. I would never have thought to start looking in these things. Now, not to make myself sound old, but I remember having to use card catalogs to find books as a kid. I'm so glad everything went digitized, let me tell you. Although, does that mean people lost jobs because they didn't have to hunt for them anymore? Alright, we got the pin. We got the small key. Apparently there's a tranquilizer in here? See, I'm glad we're doing this on this difficulty, because I don't want to have to worry about, harder difficulties if the ghosts do actually attack you, or if they're just random. Like if they're just random collectibles. Alright, so let's see if we can find the 5 places for this globe. Wait, how do I... Oh, okay. Left trigger to rotate. Canada. Canada? That's random. Oh, I gotta check the undersides. My bad. Wait. No, I did see something. I can't tell. Is that France or the Netherlands? It kind of looks like you're trying to go to Netherlands. Doesn't it? Or Belgium. Alright, that's 3. Really? What's that, Argentina? Canada, Argentina. Can't tell what the connection is. Australia. Unless that A is supposed to be like Amsterdam and that's supposed to be Alberta. Are they all A's, maybe? Kind of sounds like they're all A's. Not Algeria. Wait. Nope, that's Egypt. What? Tragedy brought on by jealousy. Ju and Young Hee were best friends. Being friends since childhood, they had no secrets between them. They spent so much time together that they could almost read each other's minds. When they entered high school, Ju developed a crush on a guy a year older than her. Ju would always prattle on and on about him to Young Hee. Strangely, Young Hee's reaction to her closest friend's biggest interest in life was rather icy. She would only wish her a curt good luck and be silent until a new subject arose. One day, Ju heard from another friend that the guy she liked had feelings for Young Hee instead. Turns out that Young Hee and the boy went to the same church. Ju wondered why Young Hee had never mentioned that. It was weird. From that point on, Ju was suspicious of everything Young Hee did or said. I flipped those, I apologize. Soon they grew so far apart that they wouldn't even say hello to each other. Sometime after, Ju found Young Hee and the boy sitting on a bench innocently talking. Envy filled her eyes. That evening, Ju called Young Hee up to the school's rooftop. They began to argue, but Young Hee kept on denying Ju's accusations. The arguing got louder and more heated, and out of anger, Ju pushed Young Hee off the rooftop. Young Hee fell down head first and died instantly without a sound. But that's why they have the cages at the top of their roofs! So things like that can't happen! Ju gave a false statement to the police, and Young Hee's death was reported as a suicide. Some time passed, Ju was able to go out with her crush. One day she made plans with her boyfriend to go on a date at school. They thought it would be a great idea to meet up in the middle of the night. That way they could stay out of the heat, and it seemed adventurous. Wonju eventually arrived at the school first and was waiting in the empty classroom. When her boyfriend didn't show up after the promised time, she began to get scared. Suddenly, thunk, 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 she heard something echoing from the hallway. Then she could hear a door opening. Not here. It wasn't her boyfriend's voice, it was the raspy voice of a woman that sent shivers down her spine. Thunk, thunk, thunk. The noise was getting louder and closer until it was shaking the ground with every thunk. Wonju heard another door open. Not here either. Thunk, thunk, thunk. The thunking was getting closer to her now. Terrified, Wonju dove under the teacher's desk to hide. She was quaking in fear. The door to the classroom flew open. Wonju peeked at the door through a crack under the desk. There was nothing to be seen. Just when Wonju thought something must be wrong, an object fell from the desk, and Wonju's eyes flew up to see what knocked it down. There you are! Wonju screamed so loud that her voice echoed through the whole school. Jeez. So it sounds like if I'm hiding somewhere, it'll show up. Oh, you know what? I bet hiding under the bathroom stalls. Because I bet that's why they have you, like, looking up at it through a crack. Well, that doesn't make me want to go to the bathroom at all here. Oh, really? I'll have to keep this in mind the next time I come to the third floor on, like, hard. Apparently, there's a pen in here. Shut up, you stupid windows. Oh, there it is. That'll be important when I need, pens later in the game. In difficulty. Like I said, though, I feel like it'd be good to take a break from this and try the different game. Just to shake things up a little. Plus, it's vampires. How badly could the game suck? That's right, I said it. Everyone was thinking it. So help me if the game does get a bad review. You know how many sucky comments there are going to be there? Like how many people making that joke? Wait, 3-7. Oh, that's right, I forgot. It's weird. It's backwards upstairs. Now, I'm pretty sure they're gone because I did the light puzzle. Right? Yes. Because I think the spiders only appear for the light puzzle. Wait. I don't think I actually did read this one before. At the core, the 5 elements express the concept of a continually repetitive cycle of birth and death. This corresponds with the Buddhist concept of reincarnation. The 5 elements can be compared to human life. From an Eastern point of view, a man's death does not end in itself, it begins a new cycle. Excuse me. As the 5 elements symbolize the grand cycle of everything in the universe, the human life is not limited to the treatment of only the physical layer of existence. Following this logic, at times some have expressed a ridiculous notion that the dead can be brought back to life through the theory of the 5 elements, which is what we think they tried to do for Sung-Ah. The idea is that by manipulating the relation of the 5 elements and running the cycle in reverse order, it can trap the life force enough to cause resurrection. Please take note that this is a dangerous occultist idea created by overanalyzation of the theory of 5 elements. One should always remember that the cycle is the most important concept of the 5 elements, and the proper way of embracing the Oriental teaching is to live according to the natural order of the universe and keeping oneself pure both in body and mind. Hence, when they tried to reverse the feng shui in the school, it made the ghosts exist and go crazy. Okay, we got mermaid. Apparently there's another felt pen in 3-5. The problem, of course, with 3-5 is 5 is on the list of lights I need to turn on. But that does mean if I do turn on those lights, at least I can then pick that up as I'm running away. The catch, of course, is I'm usually running from the janitor when I'm doing the light puzzle. Oh, what the heck? That startled me. Why is this? What the hell? Oh, fudge! There's a ghost here! What the heck? Jeez-a-loo! Oh! Okay. Now, I even got a trophy for that. I didn't think she started showing up until hard. Notice all of those are dark and that's light. I think that's the clue for the paper cranes. Okay, my heart skipped a beat a little bit there. Oh, that's the one about the safe having the symbols. Oh, jeez-a-loo! Oh, that's the thing about vibrations. Well, that sucked. Dying message. That we already read about too. See if there's anything on the first floor real quick. Dance studio, we got the 50-gram weight. I bet that's the floating head lady. The one whose body got crushed by the construction site? I think I got the 50-pound weight in the, Yeah, I did. Okay, we got the 50-pound weight in the dance studio. Did we get investigation on Yin Yang token? No, we did not. Apparently that's in the occult club room. How did I miss that? Heaven's Mandate. Can't do anything for the one ghost story just yet. need something to still do the Morse code puzzle, so we can't do the one. Apparently, the girl that's in the music appreciation room, her ghost story's in the one box there, but I can't do it yet. 50 gram weight, got that. New building rooftop key, obviously we got because that's part of story. Chairman's office. Apparently we need to look at the pictures because we need to do those. Okay, not that I'm paranoid or anything, but after that little jump scare, I'm saving. Hey look, investigation on the Yin Yang Token 1. Yin Yang Token is a mirror used in Taoism that has a bronze mirror in the center. It has the power to chase away evil and illuminate the truth. The Yin Yang Token is octagonal and is inscribed with the 8 trigrams, a mirror in the center and a Yin Yang symbol at the back side. It is sometimes used in movies. When energy is instilled in the token, it can unleash the energy to chase away or destroy evil. However, it is also said that simply reflecting light off the bronze mirror can yield the same effect. Our school also has a Yin Yang Token on display in the history room, which is the thing we know we use to stop the one chick, Miss No Face. I must have gotten the other 2 documents. Alright, so we need to keep an eye out on this picture. So, angry man in blue, the 2 guys with hats, with black and then yellow. Black and white picture is at the far right, balding guy is in the middle. Okay. I think I can keep that in mind. Actually, easy way to do this. Gonna wait for the stream to catch up and then I'll push pause on it. So since I don't need to watch it live, since I'm living it live. Alright, carrying on. If we can use that term living loosely, my heart's still beating. Jeez. Did I pick up the O? I did. Okay, I'm supposed to have 4 buttons. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3... Okay, I do have 4. Alright, so we have enough for that. We're still missing, I think, one of the... Oh, here, we can find out. Okay, I've got... Oh, shut up. Yeah, we're still missing one. Oh, there's one in the nurse's office. I think that's the one I'm missing. Wait. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. I apologize. I'm missing a paper crane. Emergency kit. Wait, the Earth Science Lab is on this floor? Oh, is that what this is? I am always turning on the lights now. Screw that ghost. Oh, look! There's the weights. Because remember, we're supposed to weigh how heavy the spider is. Do I need all of them? Nope, that's too heavy. Okay. Nope. Is that not right? Doesn't it look semi-balanced? Ah, there we go. The kid in the corner. Oh dear. So he had always been terrified of bugs ever since she was young. She especially found spiders the most repulsive of all. Her school was an old building that was built at the base of a mountain, so naturally there were a lot of bugs and spiders. She was always very stressed because of this. That's why she was so happy to begin her senior year. Unlike the first 2 years of high school, her classrooms this year were located in the new building. Since it's new, she expected there would be no bugs and that she would be able to attend her classes carefree. On the first day, there was a strange girl in her class. This girl gave her the creeps because her long hair covered most of her face. See, that's your clue that it's the girl that's always hiding in the rooms that I need to turn on the lights for. This girl gave her the creeps because her long hair covered most of her face, so he could not recall ever seeing her at the school before. The weird girl's face was so unfamiliar it made her doubt if she was really a student at her school. She always sat in a corner away from others and hardly ever moved. She wouldn't even get up during breaks or lunchtime. For some reason, Zoe couldn't help but be bothered by her. One hot summer day, unable to concentrate in class, Zoe snuck a glance at the weird girl. What she saw completely shocked her. The girl was chewing on a moth. Startled, Zoe turned to look at the bug-eating girl again, but this time she saw nothing out of the ordinary. Zoe thought she must have been seeing things because of the blazing hot day. Then the girl sent Zoe a knowing smirk. It creeped her out so much that she became terrified of her. After that, the creepy girl stopped coming to school. Zoe was bothered by her sudden disappearance at first, but as time passed in peace, she forgot about her. One day, while on her way home, Zoe realized that she left something at school and went back to get it. No, don't do that! You know that's never a good sign! Just moments before the school was filled with the sounds of the students leaving, but now it was quiet as the grave. Zoe entered the classroom and turned on the light. There was nothing but empty desks and chairs inside, just as it should be. Zoe went to her desk to retrieve what she had forgot, where she spotted something black swaying in the back of the classroom out of the corner of her eye. Zoe squinted her eyes, taking a closer look at what was hanging. When she realized what she was looking at, she froze in terror. As she slowly raised her eyes, she could follow the long curtain of black hair up to the body of the creepy girl who had disappeared. The girl was clinging to the ceiling, her limbs twisted at inhuman angles. She looked like a spider perched in its web, preparing to pounce on its prey. Spotting Zoe, the spider girl scuttled quickly across the ceiling towards the petrified Zoe. The girl's long black hair shot out like a spider web, wrapping around Zoe and pulling her up. The lights flickered twice, then the classroom went dark. One long, terrified scream echoed through the halls before it was abruptly cut off. No one ever saw Zoe again after that day. The spider that used to hang in the corner of the classroom was missing too. Ugh. Well, that's a lovely story. See, so the next time someone tells you to be nice to the new kid who's sitting in the corner all by themselves, you tell them this story. Okay, I think I got everything then. At least everything that I can get right now. We still can't get the one thing, because we need the code. Back to the second building. After being creeped out here. Alright, so we have the typewriter stuff. So we need to put the typewriter in the faculty office. And then we have to also change the photos. I also got to figure out where I'm missing a paper crane. Where's the nurse's office? Oh, that's the nurse's office. Oh, I got that paper crane. That's the one that was on top of the bed. We also need to use those glasses in the nurse's office, because now I have the glass for them. Okay, so where's paper crane there? Paper crane in the girls' bathroom, which I thought I got because I was the one in the trash. No, there's only two here. I'm missing another one. Okay, paper crane at the beginning. Paper crane in there. Paper crane in the southeast hallway. Oh, I bet I'm missing that one. Oh, I am missing that one. I need a key. I need the dark key? I don't think I even have the dark key. Oh, gosh. The dark key's all the way back at the first building. Oh my gosh. You remember that lockbox that's in the hallway on the second floor, or on the first floor that I saw had like a document in it? It's got the key in there. I also need the red and the blue key combination. Gosh, I should have done... I didn't realize I needed to do that much more research to get through this. Alright, I'm making sure I don't need any other, like, key combinations in the second building. Or the new building. It looks like they might all be on the first building, which is going to be a pain because we know there's a janitor there. Yeah, all the other key combos are in the first building. Alright, that's at least a start. I think our first goal should be to go to the faculty office, since we do have the typewriter, and we also need to deal with those 4 pictures. Alright. Can't believe there's a paper crane in one of those. I have the earth bell. You voice better go away. We don't need any more jump scares today. That was ridiculous. Are you kidding me? He's on the second floor right now. We just got here. Well, screw this. I'm saving. Oh, crap. There's no saving on this floor. I just remembered. Not that. I just picked up a math thing there. How many do I have? Okay, 1, 2... 3-4, we just picked up the math. Oh no. I gotta go back. I'll do that in a moment. I left one in 3-11. We got so shaken up by 3-4's random ghost that showed up that I completely forgot to get the math in 3-11. Because I think that's all 5. I think. Yeah, because there's none in this building, and I know I got 3 in the other. Okay. We gotta go back and get math. I don't care if he knows I'm here. We're not getting jump scared again. And I can at least hear him if he comes. Why are those glitching out? Figured that was coming. Nobody recognizes me, how much I care and love my students. I only meant for the kids to grow up and good and polite, but they only complain how harsh I am without thinking about how I feel. But I can endure this. Someday the students will see me differently. Yes, that has to happen. There was a junior year kid who died while sneaking out of the dorm from my watch. Am I so horrified the kids would take such an extraordinary route? It's not like I'm raising them. Lately I've been doubting myself, slowly convinced that I may be in the wrong. Where did it begin to go wrong? I just heard the rumors today about the kid who recently died. The rumors said maybe I killed the kid myself. I was so bewildered and angry that I could not say anything. Something snapped within me. My true intention will never make its way to them. I am sick of everything. The quieter I get, the louder they buzz, like a swarm of disgusting flies. They keep buzzing in my ear. No one is going to save me but myself. I gain nothing from holding back. I cannot hold it anymore. Today I will make an example out of someone. They will never be noisy again. This is war, a war that will not end until one of us is gone. Well, that's not good. Okay, so I hope you noticed the capitalized letters. So that's S-E-V-E-N, so that's 7 O-N-E 1. I'm thinking that's supposed to be 5. Maybe that's why they focus on so many I's. So 715. Oh, and 3. Okay. Crap, he's on this floor. I think that's the code for the faculty office. The other one. Yeah, he's here. Oh god, he's here. pretty sure this is this one. Let's find out. Bingo. Really? That's all for that? Why do I need that? Oh, there must be some places that need it. Wait, so, okay, so, oh, I'm looking at the new building list. That doesn't help. Well, we figured out that now. So how does that help us? Oh, got it. Alright, I'll wait for him to leave. Got it, got it, got it. I can now break into the desk that had the typewriter to figure out who wrote that message. Lights all the way across the floor. That's too far away. Bingo. Hey, the first one. Gotta look real quick. Okay, so 1. So we're missing 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 6, 7. 1, 6, 8, 9, and 11. And 20. All right, 12. Guess we're getting there. Alright, let's read this one. Where is it? Ghost of a House Parent. At the time of its establishment, Y High School was in the middle of nowhere, at the base of a mountain with hardly any human traffic. Due to this reason, the high school had dormitories for the students. In the female dorm, there was a notorious house mother, Miss C, whom everyone was afraid of. Coming from a good family background, she demanded that the students behaved and followed rules at all times. She would give harsh punishments for any violation of the rules, and this caused many students to complain about her. It was a little after the midterm when a junior fell out of a third floor window, which is the dying message she sent. She was trying to sneak out of the dorms while evading the house mother's watch to go out and celebrate at the end of midterms. But for some reason, the rumor spread that the girl committed suicide because of Miss C, or even worse, that Miss C had killed the girl herself. Miss C was in great shock, and for a while she stayed silent as if her spirit was broken. The students were happy about this change and secretly kept an eye on Miss C to see if she would return to her old self. Then came the incident that riled up all the students. Miss C was doing her rounds and found a student whose hair was longer than regulation. Miss C took the student to the bathroom and cut the girl's hair. But when that happened, the student and all of her friends surrounded Miss C and protested against her harsh punishment and strict rules. Oh, great. That means one of the bathrooms is haunted. At first, it was only a few students who spoke up. Then, one by one, they were joined by other angry voices opposing Miss C. And soon enough, every student in the female dorm started protesting against her. Anywhere Miss C looked, an angry glare met her gaze. Finally, Miss C broke under all the pressure and her own pent-up emotions, and she ran out of the dorm, screaming like a madwoman. None of the students cared. No one went after her, trying to calm her down. In the end, Miss C's body was found on a nearby mountain a few days after she went missing. Since then, people started reporting that they've seen the ghost of Miss C. The rumor spread quickly, and the girls in the dormitory suffered from insomnia and fear. Eventually, the dorm had to be shut down. And even so, there are still sporadic reports of sightings of Miss C's ghost. And I ask, why are we doing this to ourselves? Why do we torture ourselves with such interesting ghost stories? Just closing that for now. Looking to make sure that there was nothing else we missed here. Because I know there's a few things we needed the keys for. But we got the pins. Wait. Okay, I did get 12 and 13. Okay. The mysterious note, the newspaper scrap. Competitive spirit, we got. Art midterm exam guide, ownerless diary. Check, check. I think we're actually done everything here. I think we mainly needed to do the typewriter in this building, plus, not to mention, get the master key for that one. Oh, I need to do the lenses. Wait, where's the... Which faculty lounge needs the right order? Is it a faculty lounge? I forgot we got to do the eyes. Oh, I needed the master key because I need to get in there for something in there. The principal's office. Got it. So we have to go to the first floor anyways. I gotta get the mathematics, though, from the new building. Where on earth am I missing? Oh, right, the paper crane's in one of those. Okay. Think we're good, then, with this building, aside from those two things. Besides, we have to go back... You know what? Here, let's go back. Let's do the... Let's go down to the first floor first, because remember, there's that code I need to find using the eyeglasses for the principal's office back in the new building. So let's do that first. So I need to do that. Let's go into the principal's office after we do that. You better not be on the first floor, you swine. And I'm not referring to the janitor. I'm referring to ghost number, I think it was 18. Oh, fudge. Good, he's not here. I thought I got that paper crane. Alright, he shouldn't see me as long as I'm wearing... Alright. Alright, so I think it's the ones that are circled. So that looks like an L. A 2. A C. I was referring to the mannequin. C2. Looks like an L. And then it looks like a butterfly. Alright, so C, 2, L, butterfly. Wait, so what did I need those pictures for? Wait, it's for Faculty Office 1? Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought it was I was reading the wrong thing. It's not the principal's office. It's it's the faculty office. Man, a lot of these puzzles are very obscure. Like, to Resident Evil's credit, as much as it was a little bit obscure some of the puzzles you had to do, this is just really grasping at straws. Like, how would I know that I needed the pictures from the new building to get this ghost document? I don't know if it's just because, like, the Japanese makers are all about making you, like, really explore their game. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a good game. Okay. I have this paused. Alright, so you need to go here. Bald guy needs to go over here. Angry guy needs to go there. And black and white needs to go at the end. That's just crazy. Alright. The missing children. Jung Jae was heading home really late after a school club activity. He belonged to the Mystery Research Club. They collected and studied all kinds of rumors, myths, and urban legends. The collection was not only from their own school, but from every city around. Lately, he was working on sorting through contents for their sporadically published club magazine. At a busy time like this, the club's president was nowhere to be seen. Due to his absence, Jung Jae, as vice president, had to do everything himself. That was the reason why he was heading home so late. Still preoccupied with his work, he was thinking about the magazine even while he was crossing the bridge. Just then, somebody spoke to him. "Hello, dearie. I'd like to ask you something." It was a kind of warm-looking grandma who approached. Chignon hairstyle? I don't know what that is. And her bent back reminded Jung Jae of his own grandma out in the countryside. Right before he was going to answer her, he suddenly paused and wondered, why was this old lady at school at this late hour? In that moment, he recalled a ghost story that he had investigated a while back. Things you don't do. The building of Y High School was erected in the occupation era and was used as a refugee camp during the Korean War. In the refugee camp, there were lots of orphans who had lost their parents in the midst of war. Since the situation was so grim, no one really had the luxury of worrying about these kids. Then some grandma took these orphans under her wing and took care of them. The kids depended on her and got along with her well. The people didn't suspect anything of this grandma. Then one day, the grandma and the orphans suddenly disappeared. Oh no. The refugees thought it was strange, as if they had previously agreed. They kept silent about it. It was a time where such things happen. A short while after that, a woman came to the camp. She was the mother of one of the orphans. The woman went through so much to find the whereabouts of her child and was finally here to reunite with them. When she heard of the disappearance of her child, she wailed with despair. The refugees, who felt a little guilty about not having done anything about the disappearance of the orphans, were finally moved to action by the woman's heart-wrenching cries. Led by a former hunter, a few refugees decided to help the woman and search for the missing orphans. They followed the trail of the children up to them into the mountain. When they got halfway up, they found an old run-down hut. They were greeted with the rotting stench of corpses inside the hut, and found the hut was full of small white bones which seemed relatively fresh. It was said they never found the old grandma. Jung Jae couldn't figure out why he had suddenly remembered that ghost story. Feeling spooked, he kept his mouth shut. Maybe it was the old traditional dress that the grandma was wearing. The old grandma, who was pressing on Jung Jae with her questions, slowly revealed herself, and her face twisted and turned into the face of a demon's. From her dark and empty eye sockets red light gleamed. She mumbled as she smacked her lips. So close, what a pity. The next thing he knew, she was waking up at his desk. He must have fallen asleep while sorting out the materials. Still, it seemed all too real to be just a dream. On the paper in front of him was a warning from the material he was reading right before he fell asleep. Never answer her questions. Well, I think we've made good progress. Goodbye. Oh, fudge. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that would really suck if you followed me down this hallway because I'd have no way to escape him. Alright, let's see if I can find this real quick. What did I say? 3-11? Actually, we can go to the first floor also and knock out that one code. What do I need for the music appreciation room? Oh, Morse code, right. I need to figure out how to read Morse code, and then I gotta use the metronome in the second building. Or the third building, whatever. Wherever the metronome is. Oh, shut up. Two... Oh, crap. Butterfly... There we go. As I hit myself in the face. The impassable bridge. Although it was early in the morning, the whole school was filled with an uneasy buzz. Cheol-min, a student, was found unconscious in the hallway. This particular hallway was the passageway between the main building and the new building. That stupid singing voice! It was built with an interesting design that puzzled all those who set eyes on it. The purpose was to be a bridge that connects one building to another, but it was shaped like a tunnel with fluorescent lighting but not one window. This made it seem creepy even during the daytime. What's more, getting to the other building wasn't a straight path but instead twisted and turned. All of that combined made fewer and fewer students use the walkway, and the less that people used it, the more creepy the rumors about it became. One rumor said that while walking down the passageway, which felt like walking into a cave, there were sounds of footsteps either behind you or coming from the front. Either way, you'd never see anyone there. Another rumor said if you enter this hallway in the middle of the night, you will never get to the other building, but instead get lost in a labyrinth of corridors until the break of dawn. The night before the accident took place, Cheol-min told his friends that he didn't believe in such a bogus story. Being teenagers, they dared Cheol-min to prove himself. So Cheol-min and his friends came to the school in the middle of the night. The test Cheol-min was given seemed simple. He only had to go through the passageway to get to the other building and bring back an object from a classroom. Cheol-min wasted no time beginning this easy venture and quickly opened the door to the passageway. He disappeared into the darkness and the door shut behind him. When Cheol-min was alone, he realized it was scarier than he had imagined. The passageway was without a single window, and all he could see were the small patches of light like islands in a pitch-black sea. Cheol-min shivered and began to regret making this bet with his friends. When the sound of his footsteps echoed loudly in the empty hallway, it felt like something from the darkness would come running out at him at any second. Cheol-min gathered together what courage he had left and started walking as fast as he could. That's when something passed by him and lightly brushed his neck, making a metallic sound. His hair stood on end. He felt like something was right behind him. Was he hearing things? He thought he had heard the faint laughter. Chillman, clenching his teeth, bravely turned around. Nothing was there except a completely empty hallway and darkness. Chillman, who had been scared to death, was a bit relieved, until right at that moment he heard a whisper. "What are you doing here?" Terrified, Chillman ran as fast as he could, screaming. Didn't matter how fast or how far he ran, he would never be able to make it to the building on the other side. At last, Chillman suffered a panic attack and was knocked into unconsciousness. His friends, after waiting a long time, all returned home. Everyone was worried for Chillman, yet no one suggested going to look for him. So that's how Chillman was found laying unconscious in the passageway the next day. From that day on, the students have called this passageway the Impassable Bridge or the Labyrinth. There it is. Alright, now we just gotta get to the first floor. Back to the first floor, go back to the first building. Trying to see where the Morse code thing is. Okay, that's also in the first floor. Or in the first building. Alright, so let's get red and blue key first. We gotta get to the first building again first. Let's focus on our one goal at a time. How's that sound? Are you freaking kidding me? What floor is he on? Are you kidding me? Did he stay on the second floor when I snuck by? Oh, fudge. Please go up. Please go up. Alright, I think we got everything on this floor. Or in this building, sorry. Yeah, we gotta get back to the first building. We solved that puzzle. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure the paper crane we're missing is in the other building. Pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. So we need to get back to the home ec room. Actually, we should probably do this 2-7 first and do the math problem place. We already did that one. How many of those do I have? Alright. I'm not quitting just yet, but I'm gonna actually, when we get back to the first building, I'm gonna save and see how many ghost stories we have left. Yeah, he heard that. Wrong side! Run! Oh, crap! I just realized, because if I try to run, he's gonna be standing right there when I come back. Oh, crud. Because remember, we got screwed the last time we did this trying that. He was standing right at that door. I should have gone downstairs, not upstairs. Jeez. That wasn't the right idea. Oh, shit! That head! It's here! I thought I was hearing that noise again. Oh. Oh. I heard something in the back of my head, and I was pretty sure it was her from earlier. Guess she's following me now. I don't think she hurt me that much, though. Like, compared to him, like, I was more startled than anything else, but I don't think she hurts me as much as he does. I think on the harder difficulty, she's the lesser of the two evils. I'll keep walking. I gotta make sure he doesn't spot me, or else I'm gonna be in trouble when I come back here. Jeez-a-loo! So this is gonna be a thing now. Alright, so if I recall, it's 2-7 is the room for the math problem. I believe there's a save on both floors. It's just easier to use the, because remember, it does keep track of your ghost stories and ghosts, so it's probably easier just to go back. Oh, fudge. Not this again. My goodness. And this is on normal. Alright, 2-7. I'm just going to get away from the static, just because it's a little bit obnoxious. Alright, documents. An incorrectly solved math problem. Nahi, a junior year student at Y High School, was a top student. Smart and outgoing, she was especially adorned by her homeroom teacher. Perhaps that was why she was always full of herself. When the teacher wasn't around, she would act snotty and as if she was better than everyone else in her class. None of her classmates liked her, everyone avoided her, but Nahi could not care less. What does it matter if they say or think about me? They're all losers, Nahi thought to herself. Nahi was prideful and had a large ego. Then one cool autumn day, the subject for 5th period was math, the subject that the homeroom teacher taught. It was right after lunch, and with the cool breeze coming in through the window, most students were nodding off during the lesson. To wake the class up, the irritated teacher called a few students to the board to solve some problems. Nahi was one of the students who was called up. One by one, students returned to their seat after solving their problem. Since the problems were easy, no one got them wrong, except Nahi. She had read the question wrong and incorrectly solved the problem. This was unheard of considering her skill in math. In front of the whole class, the teacher rebuked Nahi, saying that it was a stupid mistake. The teacher intended for Nahi to remember the embarrassment and never make the same mistake again. Nahi could not lift her head out of shame. Her face turned bright red. The kids could not stop snickering. The fact that the teacher's pet was being scolded right in front of them was fun and satisfying. When the teacher left at the end of the lesson, all the kids started talking about what just happened to Nahi. They sounded excited that they finally had something to hold over her. Nahi was angry. She blamed the teacher who embarrassed her in front of the class. She hated her classmates who took it as an opportunity to talk behind her back even more. And she was angry at herself for getting the stupid question wrong. Even when she went home after school, she could not get it out of her mind. She hated her eyes for reading the question wrong. It's not my fault, she decided. She rationalized to herself that the problem was not hers, but her eyes. Soon a terrible sound was heard, and the workbook on her desk was splattered with red. That's the red notebook inside the recording room. The next day, Nahi's classmates trembled with fear when it was announced that Nahi committed suicide by digging her own eyes out with a knife. After this happened, a rumor spread that whenever a math problem is left on the chalkboard, Nahi's ghost is summoned. It is said that the ghost will stare at the problem on the chalkboard, but her eye sockets would be empty holes. See, I would not shame one of my students like that. I'm a good person. Alright, so first things first, let's get the red-blue key and figure out where that needs to go. Well, first things first, let's save so I can see how many ghost stories we're still missing. Well, I hope you realize after experiencing your time with me that not all math teachers are bad people. We're human, just like anyone else. Oh, fudge. Where is he? Of course he's in there. Well, I guess we're saving the other place. It's fine. We gotta go to the first floor anyways to switch these keys. What was your favorite subject in school? If you had to pick one. Oh no. I enjoy free writing. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing... My issue in school with English is more so the same issue I especially have with history, where everything is relative. Like, you can make your own debate. Don't get me wrong, I love grammar. I think that's my math brain that likes just, dissecting things and making them have something concise. Although I'm terrible at being concise. That's probably my weakness when it comes to writing. I always need someone to condense what I'm trying to say. That's why, like, with math, I like it, because I can just write on the board the problem, and don't have to necessarily over-explain myself. Alright, I can push Y. But, like, when it comes to, comparing and contrasting and, like, saying, why do you think this is the way that it is, I have issues with that, because a lot of that can be considered relative. Alright, 1, 2... So we're missing 3, 6, 8, 9. I know where 9 is. Hey, look, the haunted head ghost. We met her, finally. Lucky us. Apparently 20 is the grandmother ghost. Alright, so 9, I know where it is. We need Morse code to do that. 8 is... Where's 8? Okay, 8 is not in this building. 7 is apparently also in this building. Wait, it's actually here? Oh! The wood handle! Wait, we have... Did I miscount? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Oh, that's 7. Okay, sorry, my bad. So we're missing 3, 6, 8, and 9. And like I said, we know where 9 is. It's in that little box. I just gotta figure out the code. So 3... I forgot we found the wood handle, but we had to come back here. But we found the wood handle in the new building, which means there was no point to get back here. Oh, right. There's the... I need the, which one is the crane? Okay, the crane is 8. So 8 and 9 are back in the new building, and we know how to get them. We're just missing the one crane because it's hiding in one of the boxes. So we're still missing, where's 3 and 6? Where's the baby? Oh, the baby's also in the feedback box. Where the... Wait, no, wrong one. Okay, one of them is inside the dark yellow box, which is here. Which is on the first floor. Which I don't know where the dark key is yet. I still gotta pick that out of a different box. And the other one... Okay, where's... I think they had a spreadsheet here with the keys. Yes, they did. Okay, so 2-5 has the dark key, which requires red and blue. Blue and yellow does nothing. Dark and red does nothing. Dark and yellow I need in the workshop. For the Ghost Story 6. Red and yellow needs the Morse code chart. The dark key is in the red blue. Okay. Oh, this stinks. It looks like they're all on the second floor. Wait, so where's 3? Because we're still missing 3. Or is that also in there? Oh, 3 was 3 is the box that I need to put the crane in. The crank. Okay, we're good now. I think we have where everything is. I think. Because remember, the first day we played this, I saw that there was a little hole in here, but I had no idea what to do with it. Okay, it wasn't in here. That's not good. I thought I just heard something. Oh, he's probably above me. Crud. Where is... No, it's supposed to be right there. Inspect the underside of the trash bin box. Oh, there it is. Got it. Number 3. Boy kills girl. What? Ji Siab, a new transfer student? Oh gosh. I recently heard a horror story about the school from a classmate. So of course, of all the nights, the night he had come back to the school to grab something he left was a stormy night. The quiet pouring of the rain reminded him too much of the scary story. Only a few years before, there was a student named Ji Hee. She was dating a boy named Myung Ho, who shared the same homeroom with her during the first 2 years of school. When they were in their senior year, they were assigned to different homerooms, and Ji Hee began dating Ho Young, who was in the same homeroom as her. Myung Ho could not accept such a sudden breakup after dating Ji Hee for 2 years. He tried multiple times to go see her and plead his case, but Ji Hee completely ignored him. Growing more resentful with each rejection, Myung Ho began to hate Ji Hee. One day, Myung Ho decided to go see Ji Hee one last time in her homeroom during lunch break. Ji Hee, like all the times before, was cold and cruel and ignored his pleas. Enraged, Myung Ho took out the knife he had brought with him. Of course, he wasn't planning on hurting her. He wanted to mend his wounded ego by watching her tremble, seeing her finally acknowledge him. However, Ji Hee knew him all too well. She knew that even though he acted tough, he was just a narrow-minded, scared little boy. Seeing his desperate attempt with the knife made him so repulsive that she became angry at him. She called him names and taunted that he would never have the guts to actually use the knife. Alas, her taunting worked. Myung-ho, momentarily blinded by rage, swung his knife and stabbed Ji-hee. Ji-hee fell to the ground, her blood running across the entire floor. Myung-ho, scared and confused by the scene, went berserk. Due to Myung-ho slashing his knife crazily around him, no one dared to go near Ji-hee. They could only watch from afar as she bled out. Since that day, there is said to have been sightings of a female ghost lying on the floor as if asleep. Ji-seob tried to block this story from his mind when he reached the classroom. When he opened the door, though, his efforts were in vain and he tripped, falling backwards in terror. He saw a girl lying on the ground in the dark like she was fast asleep. Well, that's unpleasant. That means I'm probably going to start seeing a girl lying on the floor later in hard mode. Alright, so we take the red key and the blue key. Then I must have to put it together to put it away. Okay. Got it. I can't believe I didn't find those other two keys until just now. Then again, the yellow key was in what? A hidden box. And the blue key was sitting on the ledge on the rooftop. So, I mean, come on. Oh, I should have done... Oh, wait, I need dark anyways before I could have done that. Alright, so the dark key is in front of 2-5. Oh, gosh. So I've got to come down here, then go back up, then rinse, repeat, because the other one is also... The other stuff is also upstairs. Aside from the dark and yellow, so I can get that one real quick at least. How are you supposed to know which color to use? I guess you just see the boxes that have stuff in them and hope for the best? Okay, which one's 2-5? Oh, wait, 2-5's on, and 2-2 are on this floor. Perfect. That's a little bit better. Unless, of course, you know who is here. Sure enough. Like I said, that's probably my biggest issue with this game, is I do like the storytelling, but some of the extra puzzles are ridiculous. Like, I don't need to have to, like, sneeze and find collectibles, like, Batman Arkham City has going on with it right now. But I shouldn't have to, like, you have to use a wiki to know exactly where I'm going in terms of finding all these extra collectibles. Because I feel like the ghost stories really do make up a good part of this game. They are interesting. Speaking of, hey, the wailing from the art room. Wonderful. Seol-hoon had a crush on the new art teacher at Y High School. The art teacher was young and talented, and Seol-hoon was the only girl who fell for him. Desperate to become his favorite student, she gave her all in her art class. She had always been gifted with her hands since she was a child, and soon she did become his star pupil. Seeing Seol-hoon's talent, the art teacher advised her to apply for an art college. Seol-hoon accepted his advice and began to take private lessons with him. This was a dream come true for her, to be left alone in school with her crush, spending hours together practicing art. At some point, a strange rumor started circulating throughout the school. The rumor was that a teacher was dating a student. The rumor made its way to the ear of the school administration, and soon the young art teacher left without warning, as if he was banished from the school. which we knew that, because remember, there was the one letter in the Lost and Found room that said that, about, I'm sorry you had to leave so soon, I hope it wasn't my fault, yada yada yada. So we kind of suspected there was a little tryst going on between the student and the art teacher, because remember, the art teacher switches and worked with the music teacher. In the middle of the night, with her favorite teacher gone, Seol-hoon sat alone in the art room. The faint moonlight through the window rested on her shaking shoulders. She was crying mournfully. In her hand, she held an unfinished clay doll of a woman. Great care had been taken in forming the clay doll's face, and it looked like Seol-hoon's. With her eyes full of resentment, she stared at the doll. The next day, the whole school was in shock. The dead body of a female student had been found. It was revealed that the girl had killed herself by overdosing on sleeping pills. Even more shocking, however, was that the dead girl was found to be pregnant, hence the baby. The school tried to prevent students from spreading unconfirmed rumors about this accident, but soon the whole school knew that there were all sorts of theories about the girl and who the father was. A lot of people pointed their finger at the art teacher, but it was never confirmed. After the incident, people began to report that they could hear a baby's cries near the art room. At first, the crying was so faint that people merely thought they were hearing things, but as time went on, it became so loud that the vibrations felt like an earthquake. A baby's ghost with its umbilical cord wrapped tight around its neck was also reported as appearing. Even to this day, they say you can see a baby's ghost in search of something during shadowy moonlit nights. It is imperative you must remember not to follow it, for should you fail to find what the baby wants, it might drag you into deep darkness instead. See, and that was interesting backstory on the ghost. But I would have never, I don't think I can think of anything that would have, leaned me towards doing that. Like, just mixing one key and looking at all of the boxes to see which key would have worked. What did I say I wanted next? Red and yellow. That's just obscure. I don't think Silent Hill was ever that obscure, now that I think about it. How was Resident Evil 7 in terms of exploring and finding things? Was it pretty straightforward? I know the big thing is having him chasing you around the house. And sure enough, the Morse code chart is numbers, which is the numbers we need for the music room. Got it. Now let's get that final paper crane. And then get out of this place. Of course you're here. Why wouldn't you be here? Shit! She's here too! I really gotta stop swearing! She freaks me out whenever she shows up. I hear her again. I'm so getting attacked while doing this. So getting attacked while doing this. You knew it was coming. Oh, that witch. And I grabbed the wrong one. Alright, across from the dim storage room. Like I said, it doesn't look like she's actually hurting me. I think she's just, frightening me. And making me swear. Alright, let's get out of here. Yeah, your case of them coming through walls is them literally coming through walls with a sledgehammer. Alright, so we need to go to the music appreciation room, which is on the 3rd floor. Use the Morse code chart to figure out the code for the music room. And then we can leave this building and go back to the new building. Oh, crud. I remembered he was there. Just because that fun shenanigan is over. Oh, I think I said cancel. How many of those do I have left? 7. So plenty. I think the music room's on this floor. Yeah. Wait. How do I... There we go. Hey, look at that. Okay, I gotta try this again. So the slow must be the dash, and then faster the dots. So let's do this again. Okay. Slow. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 6. 7. 9. And I think 2. Yeah, you take care too. Hopefully I figured this out. Wait. Okay, where's that document about Morse code? I know I need 4 numbers of 5 beats. I think it said that it's going to break it up, though, by dashes. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so for example, if it's a number every 5 signals, so for a 4-digit number, it would be 5 times 4, which equals 20. Thus, you would analyze 25 signals in a section of 5. Wait. Okay, so dash 1, 2, 3. Dash. Dash. Alright, at least I have it on recording if I need to go back and listen to the stream rather than come back here. We're done with this building. Screw them. We are done with this building. Alright. I have the stream set to where that starts going on. Oh, I got a feeling she's nearby. Oh, hush. Bingo. Oh, it fell down. Extreme dieting death. Young Me was a senior in high school was a senior high school student, and she had never been happy with her body. She was excited to become a university student with the only entrance exam standing in her way, but regretted that she wouldn't get to have any campus romance with her kind of body. So she would always say that she was on a diet. The strange thing was that she didn't look overweight to others. People around her would tease her that she should actually gain a few pounds. Still, young me doubted their words. When she looked in the mirror at the back of the classroom, she only saw an overweight girl. Look at what a pig I am. How could they call me thin? How could they say I could gain a few pounds? The only conclusion that young me could ever come to was that they were being sarcastic. Just you wait, I'll be thin. I'll not eat anything until I am thin. From that day, young me didn't eat anything and would only drink water. She became thinner by the day until it was to the point where she was just skin and bones. She barely had the energy to even move, but she continued her refusal to eat. When she was forced to eat even just a little, she would run straight to the bathroom and throw up. She had lost so much weight that watching her walk around the school was a creepy sight. Her friends and teachers who had first been worried began to avoid her. Then one day, a new boy transferred to her class. Wanting to make quick friends, he treated the whole class to pizza and burgers. With the teacher's permission, they served the food in the classroom and held a party. Everyone was able to enjoy the food while relaxing and letting go of their stress of preparing for the college entrance exam. The transfer student spotted young me sitting by herself by the window. Even in this celebratory mood, was not eating. The thought never occurred to him that she was on a diet. He just figured that she didn't get her share yet, so he brought her one of the remaining burgers and a soda. No, I'm not eating. I won't eat anything. I'm still fat in the mirror, can't you see? Young me stood up and shouted with rage as she pointed at a mirror at the back of the classroom. Suddenly, the classroom went quiet. Her face was contorted with anger and her ears gleamed with insanity. Young me started snickering and looked around her. All the kids' eyes were locked on her in fear. To her, it seemed like they were all staring with eyes filled with disdain. Young me stormed out of the classroom screaming. Nobody moved to stop her. In the end, she was found dead in the mountain nearby, having starved to death. Her classmates tried to figure out what young me meant with her last words. What did she mean by the mirror? We don't have a mirror in our classroom. Okay, 1, 6, 7, 8. Nope. Okay. So let me pause real quick. Let's see if we can hear it on this. So 1 second. Alright, so I jotted them down. So that's 3, 4, 2, and I want to say 5. Nope. One, two, three, four, 5. See, maybe, okay, maybe that first one doesn't count. Alright, let's see if anyone has it, because this is ridiculous. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I've got 2 extras. Alright, so those maybe do represent starting and ending. So 3, 1, 2, and 6. Really? It was 1, 2, 3, 4? Really? Occult Club President. We found all the ghost stories. That was ridiculous. I didn't think it was 1, 2, 3, 4. How was that 4? Okay, whatever. Maybe I have it backwards. I have no idea. Yuna was a popular girl. Not only was she pretty, she was musically talented as well, winning many awards since she was young. Everyone loved her. As often happens in these cases, everyone wanted to be friends with her and she became egotistical. In contrast, Misuk was hardly known by anyone in school. She thought she was ugly. That caused her to have self-confidence issues, making her timid and introverted. Due of this, she had no friends to speak of. Even her classmates hardly acknowledged her existence. One day, Yuna was walking in the hallway while noisily chatting with her friends. Misuk, focused on cleaning, didn't realize anyone was there until Yuna ran into her. Misuk stumbled and dropped the mope bucket she was carrying. I'm guessing that was supposed to be mop. Spilling dirty water all over the hallway. Yuna never said sorry. She barely spared a glance at Misuk and then walked away silently. Angered, Misuk went after her and demanded an apology. Said she was mocked. What are you blubbering about? You're as ugly and dirty as that mop water. The other kids snickered in agreement with Yuna's cruel remark. Misuk's face turned red with embarrassment and anger. From that day on, she was an easy target for bullying. Every time she walked by, everyone would mock her without caring if she could hear. As time passed on, her resentment towards Yuna grew to hatred for Yuna. She decided that she would get revenge on Yuna for what she started. How pretty does she think she is? Does she think that beauty lasts forever? We'll see about that. One day, Yuna was chatting away with her friends in the music appreciation room. Misuk quietly approached them, and as usual, the kids began mocking her. No one paid any attention to the bottle she held in her hand. Misuk took a cap off the sulfuric acid she brought and threw it in Yuna's face. Yuna's screams of panic filled up the room and echoed through the halls. The kids around her scrambled away in horror. Not one soul stayed behind to help Yuna. Yuna pleaded for help as she screamed in agony, but Misuk just screamed cruelly and watched her beg. Yuna's pretty face was eaten away by the acid. She was fortunate to have survived the attack, but it left her with a hideous scar covering half her face. There was no trace of her former beauty to be found. After that incident, no, she would not go to school, refusing to even come out of her house. She broke all the mirrors inside, and her disfigured eyes, being sensitive to light, hence hating the yin-yang symbol, caused her to keep the house eternally dark. Her depression became so deep that one day it drove her to leap from the roof of the house. They said that it was hard to identify her body because she struck the ground face first, completely destroying what remained. Since her death, there are rumors of sightings of Yuna's ghost in the music appreciation room. It is said her ghost always has her back turned and bet you'll die if you ever see her face. So I'm going to at least go for the Dandelion ending since I haven't streamed that one before, but I will call it a quits after we get that one. And like I said, we're going to see, hopefully Vampire comes tomorrow early, so I can just start that right away. Then again, I don't get off work until 4, so, or 3:30, so it should hopefully be here by then, assuming the UPS guy is good. Then again, that's assuming it's UPS and not FedEx, because FedEx has a tendency to send it to the wrong building. Whoever could be out there? Oh, wait. Real quick, do I have for her? Okay, I do have an emergency kit for her leg. Good grief, I've got a lot of coins. I'm gonna save after I do the boiler room. Just because it's more convenient that way. Stupid headless ghosts. But hey, we got all the ghost stories. And that has made all the difference. That means next time we can... Or not next time, but whenever I come back to this, I can start focusing on ghosts. Remember, it's left stick, not right stick. Left stick. Playing Heavy Rain throws me off on that regards. And now we dodge Mama. Forgot she can walk through things. Alright, we're good now. That should be enough to keep her away. Spray this. Figured you were right behind me. The one thing I don't like about going the Sung Ah route is I can't save right before picking up the fire token. So I don't have to do this whole bit again.
saved my life.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Don't worry. I'm sorry. I don't think that I can walk right now. My ankles hurt. I'll wait right here. Can you go and find Songa?
No, I'm gonna take care of you.
Well, I think I'm alright.
I hope I picked the right ones. Else I'm gonna be irked. I forgot to pull up the guide for the ending since I was too busy focused on the ghost stories. I will be upset if this isn't Dandelion. Oh, thank goodness. We finally have Dandelion on the stream for once.
It's alright. Wow. It feels a lot better. This is great. Where did you learn to do this? Do you want to sit? The others are fine too, right? I hope they come before long. I really want to get out of here. Wow. I wonder what kind of light this is.
Not the good kind. Those are the souls trying to take over. But they don't know that. See, Ji-hyun seems so much more approachable this whole story. I like her getting the candy over, So-young. So-young just doesn't deserve it, plus she ditches him anyways. That's why I've been meaning to get this ending again, because I actually like this ending.
Sky sunshine reminds me of you. When I see your eyes, my heart falls too. Every night I fall asleep dreaming of you. No matter how far I will be by your side. Though I know it's wrong, love can't save it all. Oh, take me with you, far and far away, to the place of love. Oh, take me with you, the endless road.
That's sung, shaking with the building.
I'm afraid your memory will fade away. Every moment you will be in my heart. It is you that brings me joy every day. No matter where you go, I will be by your side. Though I know it's wrong, love can't save it all. Oh, take me
Random. I think that's sung Finding Penance in the G-Min ending. Our longest playthrough since we got so many documents. But hey, we got them all. I feel like that's a good place to stop for the time being with this game, just because we have so many more playthroughs to do. And like I said, Vampire came out this week. I also do want to go back to Far Cry 3, since the DLC version that came with completing Far Cry, or getting Far Cry 5 Complete Edition. There is DLC for Far Cry 5 that came out, but I'm going to hold off on that until all three of them come out, just because I don't want to have to keep reinstalling Far Cry 5. Or getting updates for it. But that was White Day. We are done with the normal endings. Obviously, we don't have all the ghosts, but we'll work on that eventually. The poor baby. Stupid haunted head ghost. What I'm also going to probably start doing is start working on the easy and the normal playthroughs on my own independently to knock those out, since we have to get through all of those for the one trophy. Pretty sure that's just a picture of the two sisters. I don't know what the picture on the far right is, which it just might be what's-her-face, G-Min. But we're slowly making progress. But like I said, hopefully tomorrow I can start Vampire. If not, I'll figure something else out to play for the time being. Maybe I'll work on some Heavy Rain. All else fails. But another day of White Day complete. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.